a television. On our breakfast show, I am Destiny, and with me is
Onyeka Valentine.
yes. Now this is time for us to elaborate on things making the rounds on the social media. Now, very quickly, Pastor Paul Adefarasin of House on the Rock got people talking across social media after saying he is personally ready for war if Nigeria ever gets pushed into one. He said he hopes the country never reaches that point, though, but Nigeria must not be caught unprepared. He raised alarm over rising insecurity attacks on communities and the bigger ideological battle the country is faced with. And he also said world powers, including the US, are watching the situation closely and have warned Nigeria to act decisively. Before we see tweets, Onyeka,
So
Valentine.
if anything make me smile, it is this kind of story.
Okay.
One, come from someone who, first and foremost, cleric. Secondly, someone who's a businessman, especially someone who's a businessman. And then thirdly, someone who's someone of someone who is is a celebrity and stuff. And he's a very intelligent fellow. The fact that it sounds strange, right? That I'm actually
I'm just curious. Like I've just been very, very flabbergasted. Like hearing you praise someone so much, and he must have actually really, really, done so well before you could.
So in this case, the reason why I'm taking my time to run this accurate,
Is he your pastor?
I'm church.
Oh my God.
But what I'm saying that this, why I said so is for him to have said he's personally ready for war. It makes you understand that prayer is good, but it's not everything. It makes you understand that look, prayers without action leads you nowhere.
Leads to nowhere.
If you're praying to become a billionaire and you don't have a job, you don't have a career,
or the aura.
I even expect someone else to lose his money so you can
collect it.
So what he has said cut across a lot of different angles. And it makes sense to me. And I think every well-meaning Nigerian who is a patriotic Nigerian should see positively to say, look, for what it's worth, if war befalls Nigeria, I've been practicing that one.
The thing is, I know that most of those clerics, they actually get information that even we don't get, and then and I want to believe that for him to conclude with such words, he has been pushed to the wall in the sense that in his mind, like the things that are happening are not supposed to be happening. They're actually, getting information that we're not getting about this genocide issue that is still being swept under the carpet and much more. Now, for him to just, brazen up and make such comments, which he knows will make headlines, it means he really is not just mincing words. He's saying it from, like, he's a passionate, driven person. Definitely, from the words that he has said that this is a man of God that actually loves this nation and wants the best for this nation. Now, he was saying that not in the place of violence, but in the place to claim, the country back, put it where it rightly belongs. And he's not saying that it's one man's job. He's saying that it's for everyone.
So it's good that he also clarified when he said he's not saying that he has violence. There are many ways to actually win the war.
Exactly.
Remember, you see, you might lose the battle but win the war, right? But more importantly is to win the war. And in the context in which he has said it, it makes anyone who's out there who's smart understand that, look, you might lose some certain battles in strategy for you to win the war.
Exactly.
That's ready for the war. In the war, you have several battles. That's how life is. And like challenges. But at the end of the day, you want to be able to succeed in life.
Exactly.
And life itself, the success in life, boils down to one thing, which is the war in front of you. Now, we are faced with several battles in different areas. The battle of insecurity, the battle of food security, the battle of healthcare, the battle of corruption. Look, Nigeria is riddled with a lot of battles.
Yeah.
Although it's not unique to only Nigeria. Some other countries outside this world are also facing, they are dealing with this.
Outside this country, you mean?
Racism. They're dealing with.
I agree. Let's see.
China.
Exactly.
But very quickly before we see the
Tweets. Yeah.
what he has said is not out of place.
It isn't.
the reason why I even congratulate what he has said, put this way, why I even give him, thumbs up,
accolades,
is the fact that of all the senior pastors, of all the clerics, he's the one who has come out open to say, look, this is where he stands for this.
Yeah.
Other ones have made proper statements.
Well, on the contrary, I've been seeing a lot of clerics, coming out to, to speak on the matter, and it's surprising to me. And I want to, give them accolades for that. I want to really praise them for coming out this much, and I wish more of them will come out, speak this truth, and so they know that, and the people know that they're on their side.
I remember, it's not a religious war.
It is not a religious war. I'm just saying that these are people that people listen to. They have a lot of crowd. So when they speak, people hear. So for them coming out to say this, it means that the message is really, really passing out. I mean, going out to people, and then there'll be whole lot of difference. But before you say something else, I think we should see tweets. So from Agbonaya Victor, he says, wise words from Pastor Paul. Nigeria's insecurity isn't just a local headache. It's a global red flag. And now thanks to Trump's spotlight. But readiness for war starts with holding our leaders accountable today and not waiting for foreign boots on the ground. Let's demand transparency from the top, fix intelligence failures, arm our forces properly, and end the banditry issues. Peace through strength, not surrender. Wow. And then old Pratik said, before we start imagining war, can we first win the war against banditry, kidnapping, and corruption? Let's not jump to chapter 20 when chapter 1 is still blank. Oh,
so this person took him out of context. Didn't he understand?
Yes. He did not. Yeah. He didn't really read everything.
It was, tank for tank, barrel for barrel.
But then Jagun Labi said that's not true. He's not, and will never be ready for any war. And we don't need to war. We don't need no war to break the British dungeon called Nigeria apart and let everyone find their own way independently.
So such statements for me, it's treasonable messages that I don't even think we even need at all.
Yeah.
Someone like that could just be deranged in his house, but could end up being a bot sending such messages. So let's just overlook that. That doesn't represent who we are, by the way.
Exactly. And then it's from Yemi Alade. I don't know if it is the song Stress, but this is from Yemi Alade saying that if you believe people like this that carry multiple international passports.
What she has said, to God is Spain.
Yeah.
Yes, he has multiple passports, as case may be. But at least he has made his intention
known.
Right? Instead of just keeping quiet. Not to step on people's toes. He made his intention known.
Yeah.
So I think Yemi Alade could have been far more creative, since he's a creative person, but far more creative with her own contribution. Because truth be told, when you now say believe what you want to believe
at your own peril.
Exactly. Especially people who own multiple passports. Truth be told, right? By the time, again, God forbid, the drums of war, starts drumming, and we hope it never does.
No, we do
Even
not
you
want
that
it
has
to.
the double passport. Where do you want to pass? There'll be no airport for you to go anywhere, right? So, truth be told, there's nowhere like home.
There's nowhere like home.
Fix our home. It's good to travel. Go and do your businesses. Go for tourism. Sightsee, see places. But at the end of the day, the way they will treat you outside there, totally different from the way you treat you back home here. If Nigeria was such a bad place, why hasn't he gone back to locate? He knows this is his home. Yes, he has multiple passports, but this is his home. And also to Yemi Alade she also knows her passport is taken around the world. And if Nigeria was the worst place on this planet, she probably could have stayed in US or UK or other place or part of the world. So for what it's worth, I kind of disagree with her. At the same time, but creatively, I think she's a fantastic artist. I like her music. I listen to her music a lot. Even on radio too. When I'm on radio, I play her music. So she's a great artist. But based on national issues and current affairs, I think we should leave it for those who know how to respond.
Exactly. All right, now let's go to the second conversation. It says that in Kaduna, the state government has given former Governor El Rufi 1 week to prove his claim that the current administration paid 1 billion naira to bandits. El Rufi made the allegation during a TV interview suggesting the government was negotiating with criminals. Now, the Obasani administration, I mean, this is
It's something to talk about.
it's something to talk about.
So I watched the interview he did. He had as a guest on channels, and of course Shane, who's also a broadcaster on that
Yeah.
great platform,
Yeah.
was one who was speaking with him, and El Rufai categorically said, "It's there. I mean, those clips are on the internet. It's not for trying to rob anybody or put anybody under the bus.
Yeah.
Those clips are on the internet, and I watched like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
I don't want to take him out of context. At the same time, if we go by facts, what he said was clear. That
I'm sure before he will.
that
Yeah.
he would not pay bandits money. The idea of paying them money for them to keep quiet is only to embolden them, and they use that money to go and buy more arms.
We know that there's no smoke without fire.
He was once
There
a
is,
governor,
yes, he was once a governor. But let me just finish what the conversation is still talking about. That Ubasani administration called the statement false and politically motivated. The Commissioner for Internal Security actually said the state has never paid ransom, and they're demanding that El Rufai provide evidence or withdraw the claim and also apologize. Now, the government is threatening legal action if he fails to do so. Before we see tweets, I want to remind everyone that El Rufai, just like you rightly pointed out, was also a state governor in a northern state. And this man, like I'm also suggesting that there's no smoke without fire. It is not possible that he would just make empty comments, where he's not sure of facts. Are they trying to do another form of cover-up by saying that he should come and apologize?
So for me, I see it as gaslighting. What is gaslighting? You create a scenario, right? And then get everybody panicking, and then come back to now try to change the narrative in such a way that people get to question their reality.
Exactly. To
This
know
is all gaslighting.
it is actually.
Gaslighting is the step towards leading into confusion. Let me tell you. You see, when a man like El Rufai, who is a major actor,
Is a major player in all of this political. Yes.
comes up to tell you that
He knows
in fact,
something.
to be very honest with us, he withheld some information. Just give us some
Exactly. Just the tip of the iceberg.
because of security. Let me tell you, what they have done now, them saying that they threaten legal action if they come out to apologize. What they've done is they've only succeeded in pushing. They might succeed in pushing him to open the whole can of worms.
Kind of worms. Yeah.
And if this whole thing goes to court, he will now have reason to now say, let's now politicize it.
Exactly.
Don't forget in a hurry that he was one-time governor, right? Doesn't mean that because government is in continuum. So he knows the in and out of what's going on
Of course.
in the sector.
He knows what's going on.
Another thing is that maybe, who knows, this just being just a legend. Maybe they wanted a case where he wanted to play ball with them.
Okay.
And he would have thought about his integrity, thought about some other areas in the future, and then said, no, I'll rather expose you.
He's a very thorough person. I think we should see tweets to this effect. I know that, okay, this is from George. He says that we all know nothing will happen. Kaduna State governor should channel this energy into improving the security of the state and stop chasing shadows. And from Ayman says that if he is to drop the evidence, with whom should he drop it? In this compromised nation where evidence can be written off against the whistleblower, El Rufai should set the medium through which he can get his evidence released in such a way it won't be written off. Wow. And Arawa Twitter says, I don't normally defend politicians, but to me, it's quite obvious. El Rufai is saying this only because he's not involved in the government. The same El Rufai publicly stated that if paying money to bandits is what will bring peace, he's 100% in support of it. I don't know what changed.
So this person have said this right now.
Yeah.
And the person also tell us the link towards the previous video.
Okay.
Because he or she or whoever is behind this, this Ariwa Twitter.
Exactly. Might
just be a bot.
Yeah, exactly.
What just be,
exactly.
some machinery
Just to
behind the building
confuse the whole
You know,
situation.
because if you say that you previously had mentioned
Yeah.
that, look, it's better you pay bandits. Can we
see where he said that?
This guy who said this, or this person, or this whatever,
it's just bringing confusion.
We have taken a snapshot of that.
Exactly.
Put it there. So I don't believe him.
All right, a familiar spirit from the tweet says he made a claim he has to see through. Now, if he knows that the nation is compromised, then why did he make the claim in the first place? He has to prove it.
Although there's a but here now. I'm going to see through the tinted glass.
Okay.
If El Rufi has said this, right? Could it be that there are other information that might come out and haunt him? So it's best to create what we call,
a pandemonium.
Definitely.
Okay. All right. I know. I know from the angle which you're bringing, this idea, but you're very correct in that. Okay, now very quickly, the last conversation. In a new development, Paystack co-founder Ezra Olubi says the company unfairly fired him while an investigation into sexual misconduct allegations was still ongoing. He revealed this in a blog post, saying he was dismissed without a fair hearing, despite being a co-founder and long-serving technical lead. His suspension earlier in the month followed online accusations resurfacing old explicit tweets. Paystack set up an investigation panel, but Ezra claims he was fired before the process was completed. Oh, wow. So, at the end of the day, this whole Ezra matter, it is something that, they've still not been able to prove, even if, the facts are still there. Well, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we will give more information about this Ezra matter. We'll be right back.
Attention business leaders. Want to make informed decisions? Join the ranks of the best with Premium Business Day. Access in-depth analysis and expert opinions to stay ahead. Subscribe now at premium.businessday.ng and unlock premium content. Plus, you get 50% off your first subscription. Don't miss out. Make smarter choices and seize new opportunities. Sign up now and elevate your business game. Visit premium.businessday.ng today.
They say money never sleeps. Wake up to clarity, insights, and the stories driving business in Nigeria and beyond. From the heartbeat of small and medium enterprises to the pulse of national economic policy, this is where business meets perspective. With expert guests, real-time analysis, and stories that matter to you, we go beyond headlines to bring you the full picture. Join us every morning as we break down the numbers, decode the policies, and spotlight the people shaping our economy. This is Business Money.
Welcome to the Triumph Against Odd podcast.
Most people go through their lives without knowing what their superpower is, right? But if you're lucky enough and determined enough to find your superpower before you get to a certain stage of your life, you will be incredibly successful.
Look, the first thing is you just decide not to look at the challenges, because if you do, it's going to end you.
The closest thing I think is that I had a deeply military background, which is a bit of a never say die background.
I saw an opportunity in non-interest banking, and I felt that the demand was there. There was pent-up demand for it. People were yearning for it, and I felt that
You're welcome back to Social Listening. Unfortunately, those are all we have on our social listening today because of time. We looked at Pastor Adefarasin's war comments and the Kaduna ultimatum to El Rufi and the ongoing Paystack controversy. I remain Destiny Momoh, and with me,
Onyeka Valentine.
wow. Join us again, same time, same station, tomorrow on Business Day Television. Good morning.